Okay, is everybody ready for this? All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. Boy, I'm glad nobody was watching that.
And now, on with the show.
Time for bladder check. Check.
Check.
Check. Wait. Screw it. I'm holding it.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Podcasting, the final audio frontier. These are the legends of Brown Squadron.
Our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
The ongoing mission? To explore the Star Wars universe and other nerd culture topics. To seek new content and new cantinas, bars, and lounges. To boldly annoy Scruffy by making too many bad jokes. Welcome to the Hyperspace Heroes Podcast.
All right, and welcome to Hyperspace Heroes. This is Brown Leader signing in. And I can't call all wings to report in because I am flying solo tonight. Welcome to the show. And I better put this up on the screen. Here we go. So welcome to episode 107 or 132 on the Spotchka scale. And I'm calling this episode Metemucil of the Star Wars Soul. And why am I calling it that? Well, both guys are on assignment tonight. They are tied up doing other things. And we didn't want to cancel the show. I know it's a slow time for Star Wars news and product and stuff, even though Empire dropped some stuff, some more images on Skeleton Crew, and maybe we'll take a look at those in a little bit. But excuse me, we needed to. I didn't want to cancel last minute, right? So Metemucil of the Soul, because you especially find as you get older, being regular is important, and having those consistent things in life is important. So I didn't want to cancel on everybody tonight. If you were looking forward to an episode, hopefully you will enjoy this episode. Hopefully I'll survive this episode because I do have a lot of respect for solo streamers, those that get on the camera and can do a whole 30, 40, 50, hour and a half, whatever, streaming by themselves as a solo act. So welcome to the show, and let's see where this will, I guess, take us. So the it is, let's see, October, mid to late October. We're not that far away from Halloween, which I guess would be a good segue to Skeleton Crew. But before I talked about that, Steven Stanton, great voice actor. For those of you that don't know, I think I have an autographed picture from him. I do. Yes. Won this in one of his giveaways one time. If you can see that without the glare of the computer screen. Maul and Kenobi. He does Kenobi in a lot of the animated. He does Tarkin as well and others. If you're wondering, on here it says to Hyperspace Heroes, if you define yourself by your power to take life, you desire to dominate, to possess, then you have nothing. Ben Kenobi. All time for me, definitely one of the top 3 duels, lightsaber duels. I'll say lightsaber duels because obviously the number 1 duel is Yoda and R2 from Empire, but that's not a lightsaber duel. But Steven Stanton today had posted on Twitter, actually not that long ago, that Dawn of the Jedi could start filming in 2025, which, if you're a fan of, or if you follow Star Wars movie production schedules all the time, then take that with a giant grain of salt. He pulled that from Star Wars The Direct, which claims to pull it from Empire. I have not. I tried to look at Empire magazine really quick. Couldn't find the story, but that was literally just like 5 minutes before we started this. So, yeah, who knows if it's true? But if it is, that's the Mangold film, where they go way, way, way back, and Dawn of the Jedi, just like it sounds, right? So pre Old Republic, pre Knights of the Old Republic, all of that. But fingers crossed, if anything, Star Wars is hope, right? And we'll hope that we get that here, that we do get some good news that it's actually filming in 2025 before too long. C Cherry, welcome to the show. And so for those of you watching today, this will be a great episode. If you want to throw questions in the chat, ask things, we can do an AMA during part of this episode. I don't know if this will definitely not be one of our longest episodes, that's for sure. But we'll kind of see where the conversation takes us. So, let's see. Oh, I know. So, I don't know. We won't do an official collection corner this episode because it is only me. Although, Scruffy and DB, I ordered you some things. Oh, don't look at that logo. I ordered you some things, and I guess you'll have to wait to find out what they are. And believe it or not, I ordered mostly for you guys. I ordered 5 things. 4 of them are for you guys, and 1 is for myself. So, because I don't need a lot of action figures. I'm already getting a lot of stuff here. So the comics, yesterday was Comic Book Wednesday for Scruffy, and he's not here to share with us what he has picked up, but I stopped in the comic book store just a couple days ago. Monday, I think it was Monday afternoon, stopped in, hadn't been in there for a while. I'm not as big of a comic book guy, but spent some time in a local comic book shop, hadn't been in there for a while, wanted to see what was going on in terms of the comic book realm, and did get 2 things. Got interested in reading the 2023 series in Star Wars, Dark Droids. So picked up the first 2 graphic novels of that, and I started reading the first one. And it's basically about a living droid virus, I guess, kind of sort of. It spreads through the droids, including the good guys. So we'll see where this takes us. If there's any comic book fans out there, if you know if this is canon or not, I think it is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is canon with comics and what's not. It is a 2023 series, scattered through all the different comic book titles. But the other thing I wanted to show on here really quick, and let me bring it up on the screen. There's a term that you hear us use quite often, and let me see if I can find this. There is a term we use a lot to describe our furry, lovable friends, the Ewoks, and that is murder bears. And there is a new comic that just came out, issue 1, Star Wars Ewoks. And if this cover does not define what we mean by murder bears, I don't know what does. Love this cover. Absolutely love this cover. Lara Braga and Alvaro Lopez, Peter Woods. Awesome cover. I picked up an issue of this for Scruffy, dropped it off in his office, and hopefully he gets it. Or he actually already did get it. But that I might go back and get one for myself just to hang up on the wall or something, because I love that cover. But murder bears, and now you know, and knowing is half the story. So, all right, Skeleton Crew, Halloween. Yep, let's draw that parallel back here because it is Star Wars and everything rhymes. So, and you know what? This is what it's going to be the whole rest of the evening. Just so I'm warning you now. So I will throw in cringy puns, and because you thought Scruffy and DB Gone Wild was something when I'm not here, they've left me alone to do this. And whatever happens tonight, I blame them. So, yeah, there we go. So okay, Skeleton Crew drops in early December, right? Uh, Empire Online or Empire Magazine has started dropping a lot of um, images, and there is a good Twix channel called Skeleton Crew Updates that has been posting a lot of imagery from the Empire drops. And if you want, let's skip over and let's take a look at some of this. And sorry, I have a visitor in the studio with me, and she's making some noise. Let's do this. Let's do this. Skeleton Crew. And I know these guys aren't watching tonight right now because they have one is at work and the other is doing a family function, so I know they're not listening and not watching. So okay, so here is some Skeleton Crew. Here's one image. Jad na 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 na. Anyway, Jod, played by Jude Law, looking at some ancient script there on the wall. Let's see. My favorite character coming up, Neil. Love Neil. Really looking forward to seeing him. There has been some debate on whether he's an Ortolan or not. I'm really hoping so because I want to see a kid in Ortolan. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Another picture of Neil standing there. He's got his little utility belt. This definitely has some Goonie vibes for sure going on with it. And for those of you that know Amblin and Goonies and E.T. and those style of movies, I have a feeling this is definitely going to be a huge kind of concept homage to that brand. So Wim and I forget the other character's name sitting here. Now, I've heard some... I don't always listen to Star Wars Meg. I did listen to her the other day. Happened it forwarded on YouTube when I was listening to some other things, and while I was working in the kitchen, and she dropped what could be spoilers, and I wish I hadn't heard it because it made logical sense in terms of a Star Wars story. So, if what she dropped the other day, it's a little too detailed to be just all made up. If it's true, I'm going to enjoy the story, but at the same time, I kind of wish I didn't know it. I hate to, I don't like spoilers before the show start, but here's our buddy Vane going on in his glory. So we know there's going to be pirates, right? Where is, also they had a post where it was, here's runic Sith alphabet is supposed, some people are speculating that that's what Jadanana, that's what I'm calling him, is looking at in that picture. But let's see what else we got going on. I know there was some cool images. Oh, here we go. So I'd read somewhere, or there had been posted online somewhere several weeks ago, that these little space bikes will definitely be making quite an appearance throughout the show. I'm looking forward to it. Do not know who this guy is. Very interesting. So we're starting to get peeks at other characters. Here they are in school. If you're on, especially Twitter today, this little guy in the front in the green has definitely taken Twitter by storm, as all cute and adorable little Star Wars characters do. And got to give Disney credit, right? If one thing is they do right, it's they've been having a successful track record on is droids and cute, adorable animals. So here they are. This looks like your classic. We have a difference of opinion on what to do, and poor shy Neil back in his best friend, but is not wanting to be confrontational. So maybe we'll see a character arc in there, character development. Scruffy. But it looks like they're all strong-willed, is my guess, and they have a differing of opinion, and they're having it out in this scene most likely. looking around. I think this might be based on the trailers before they find the ship, or when he thinks it's a Jedi temple kind of thing. Again, this is the guy that was with them on the speeder bikes. Don't know what's going on with these red lights here. I mean, I kind of have an idea based on the leaked information that Star Wars Meg dropped, but I don't know. These two out on the town. And gosh, I should have looked up their names before we started this episode. What? There was one thing. A lot of people making a comparison to Lando's shirt here. Similar, but not the same. Definitely love the pirate feel. Heard some things about his character. Don't want to drop. We'll see what that's all about. But the pirates, really looking forward to it. So according to the box, the Black Series box that was dropped for this Shistavan in there, Brutus, he is the captain of the pirates in this show. And Brutus, absolutely love his name. We'll see how much dialogue he has. That's a pretty big mask. I don't know how the mouth will articulate all that well, but it'd be interesting. Over here is this, is it a Gan? If it's hard to see in this picture, but on they have 3 eyes, and on one of them is an eye patch, if you can believe it. The stalk is missing, and he's got an eye patch where the eye would be, which is kind of definitely funny. And then here we've got Robo Urkel, right? So Urkel himself, the actor, is playing a pirate, which is awesome, absolutely awesome, I think. So we're gonna get to see some pirate action in this universe, and I was hoping they would show the droid SME SM33, but yeah. So that's a little bit of Skeleton Crew, and definitely looking forward to it. You know, it is it probably going to be geared a little younger? Yeah, but is it going to be? Is it going to be Andor? God, I'm going to hate the Andor snobs. Everything should be Andor after Andor came out. I get it. Andor was good. I enjoyed it. Little Lord of the Rings-ish at time with the walking and talking, but still, it was a good show, good production, good acting, blah, 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 blah. But not everything has to be Andor, but there are definitely those fans that everything should be Andor after this, and everything should be sophisticated and very high class and good rating. Whatever. I'm a Mando stan through and through, as you can tell. Watch every episode. This is what I always wear. Sometimes it could just be fun. Star Wars should be fun. Just fun sometimes. And I have a feeling Skeleton Crew is going to have some of that fun. And I think the original description that was dropped a long time ago was a cross between Stranger Things and Goonies. Stranger Things, I don't know. That gets into a little more paranormal. But definitely think it's going to be Space Goonies for sure. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what else to say. We're a little more than a month away, 30 some odd days, I think, 40-ish days. So yeah, that's where we're at with Skeleton Crew. So if anybody wants to jump in the comments, throw some questions out, by all means, please do. I'm happy to answer questions right now. You've got my undivided attention on the episode. So let's see what else is going on in Star Wars news. One thing, so something we don't talk about very often is Star Wars Hunters and Galaxy of Heroes and other Star Wars games. I don't play any console games. I just don't have the time anymore. Plus, I don't have a game system. So I've not played Jedi Fallen Order, even though my 2 youngest have insisted that I play it, even on story mode. But again, I don't have a game system anymore. So I play everything on mobile or mobile. And Galaxy of Heroes and Star Wars Hunters are kind of my main things. And they're great because I've gotten them to the point where I can log in, play a little bit at a time, and just log off for the rest of the day and move on with my day. I know Star Wars Hunters has gotten kind of bashed, but if I was playing it on a console, probably, but playing it on my phone, I think it's just a perfect game. I can go in, play a round or two, spend 5-10 minutes playing, and then I'm out. And it is a lot of fun. There's very cool characters. Enjoying the latest season, I guess as you can call it. The new character is an Ewok in an AT-AT, and a lot of fun. Lot of fun. All right, let's see. So for it looks like 80 Spielberg and Star Wars. Yes, absolutely it does. That's what they've said over and over. Amblin Entertainment style show, show. And if that's the case, that's why I keep using Goonies in space for sure. I think it's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be that. But yeah, leave that on the screen. Bring this over, and but yeah, Star Wars Hunters. I play. You can find me as Brown_leader in there. You can make friends, jump in parties, play together. This is not an ad for it. It's just, again, is it the greatest game on earth? No, but it's a lot of fun. Again, if you're only going in for 5-10 minutes, even 15 minutes, 20 minutes, play a couple rounds, and it's fun. It really, for me, it's fun. I've been enjoying it quite a bit, and usually play 2 times a day, maybe log in every once in a while, sometimes before work, and then sometimes after, because I never play at work ever. No, not even on breaks. But for phone, it's a fun game. It really is. So you've got Pillbush is the newest character in the in characters that you can have, I guess you'd say. And let's see. Customize. And I'll show you that you can change up his. So I just unlocked this one. Very cool ATST fun look, because he's an Ewok. You can change colors, and you can earn these skins, things like that. And then you can change his dress as well. Of course, there's an option that if you want to buy your way, into things, enhancements, you can spend the coin doing that. But I do everything for as free as possible, obviously. And Mara Vex, she is a cool character. Enjoy playing her. You've got different classifications. You've got damage, you've got tank, and you've got support. So Imara Vex is a damage character, and she's got a you've got basically kind of like a general attack, maybe an enhanced attack, and then you've got like every once in a while, after so many things in the game, you power up and you can do like your super attack kind of attack. Skora is a support character. She's a healer, actually. And I didn't really take to that one as fast, but now she's one of my most leveled up players. Definitely enjoying that character. The game's currently in its 3rd season, and at first your character's maxed out at level 25, but in this 3rd season, they've allowed you to go above that, which is nice. But she's when she shoots, if she shoots your allies, it heals them, and shoots the enemies, it like hits them with toxic sludge and does some damage. Graz, the Wookiee, and he one of the things that's funny about him is his weapons. He basically uses 2 mallets or 2 hammers, and one of the cool things about it is a lot of them are droid arms, if you can see that, and clubs. I think they class them as clubs. And but they're droid arms, and that's what he whaps people with. He has an ability to self heal, which is kind of handy in a battle. Um, but he's one of my higher guys too. A lot of fun. The one stormtrooper they have in this game is a heavy gunner, basically like a space Gatling gun, and he is a lot of fun. Enjoy playing him. He also throws up a shield in front when he's blasting people, and that's one of his combat shield is one of his abilities, and of course it wears down, and you can defeat him and all that stuff. But he's fun. He's got a lot of different suits as well, and they've been coming out with other designs for him. You can do the classic white, of course, if you want. You can change the gun to different colors. This one's reminiscent of the fire guy from Mando and other Star Wars shows that we've seen as of recent. Let's see, who else do we have? So that's Sentinel, and Aaron Arental, who is a Mando, and this is just the skin from this season that I unlocked, which looks kind of like a Jedi. The theme this season is the Rebels, and so a lot of the costumes are very Rebels based. The new combat arena, because they've been dropping a new arena every season. The new one this season is a Hoth battle arena, and I'm still getting used to the layout. Last season it was more of an Empire theme, and it was Vader's castle, which was a lot of fun. Hey, the Delphi Rangers. Hey, welcome to the show, by the way. Let's get hammered. Yeah, absolutely. Graz is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I enjoy playing him when you want to get into melee combat. For those of you just joining the show, so it's just Brown Leader tonight, just me. Welcome to the show. The other guys couldn't make it, but we wanted to stay regular this week and make sure that we still had an episode. I didn't want to cancel any guys. So finding some things to talk about. If you're watching the show, jump in the chat, throw out questions. We can do some AMA. And right now we're talking about some things that we don't normally talk about. We talked about Skeleton Crew just a little bit ago. But now we're talking about Hunters, Star Wars Hunters. It's something you don't really hear about very often. Again, it's a mobile game. I enjoy playing it on mobile. I wouldn't want to play it on a console. I think it would get boring pretty fast if you're trying to do a gaming session, hours of play. Because I did find I had some time the other day, and I think I played this for about 40 minutes. And you have objectives, you have goals that you can get to get more what they call fame, which is the same as experience, level up. And after about 40 minutes, I was kind of like, okay. I mean, you play battles, you play quick little 5-minute battles over and over, different arenas, different concepts. And after a while, it just kind of, so on mobile, as a mobile game, it's a lot of fun. I've heard, I never played Overwatch, but I hear people talk to it about Overwatch. I wanted to find Aaron Tall's or Aaron Tall's. There's another Mando designed, again, different skins and different colors. Even unlocked this one from the first. He was the character that was added in the first season. Very Shogun style outfit, which is a lot of fun. This is the Rebel themed one. I have not unlocked that one yet, which is a lot of fun. They do a lot of fun themes. And again, the point of this game is it's just fun. I'm not trying to get an in-depth Jedi Fallen Order experience out of the game. I'm just going in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, playing a round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, and then I'm out. I'm bailing, They have the kind of the Death Watch style. So lots of different outfits there. And they even have a sense of humor. So this is Diago. He is a blind sniper, and a little harder to play. He's a damage guy. He does do a lot of damage if he hits. Uh, and your weapons have to reload, so you have to factor in reload time and everything. And the game is very, very fast paced. And the Diego, I think I have him at level 20. But he's a challenge. He can be a challenge to play because the arenas are not ginormous. They're not huge unless you're playing hut ball, and there's a hut ball mode in this that activates every so often, so you get to actually play hut ball, which is kind of fun. But it can be tough on snipers. There's really, if you find a good perch, you're not going to be there long, because once they figure out where you're at, they're going to get at you and they're going to knock you off there. So he doesn't have a lot of health, so it's one of those things where you got to really be, as a sniper, you got to be quick on the draw. A lot of things. Adelphi Rangers, if I remember correctly, they said the characters are like studio wrestlers playing a role. Yes. And so they have different, you have your regular battles, you have your ranked battles, which tend to be a little tougher, because you're also earning greater amounts of fame to level up, and there's a whole nother prize track with that. But and then they have special modes of the day, or for a couple days. Right now, I don't remember what it is right now. Let's see if I can find what it is. Bear with me. Oh, here we go. Play. So today it's Boulder Dash. This one right here. And Boulder Dash is you play nothing but Wookiees. You play everybody plays Grazes. You don't have regular attacks. You only have power-up attacks, which is Boulder Dash, and you're throwing a giant boulder, which just decimates your enemies when it hits them. And that's the whole mode. And of course, there's little side quests. Like I said, there's ranked. The one that's highlighted is just regular battle. You have little daily quests that you have to meet. You have little events that go on that you can fulfill for more coin. And then the main quest. So you're earning ranks with your fame. You're earning ranks on the track for each season. I've already maxed out at 70, and then there's 3 additional ones past 70 where you can get some extra avatars. And what avatars are is just like your flag that you have next to your character, no matter who you're playing, no matter what character you're playing that round. Coins. So there's different ways to purchase things. You can purchase with coins, which of course you can buy coins with real, money. There's these little like purple gems that you can buy things with. You can buy with money if you want. You can buy additional skins, weapons, and things with the gems. It's not overly complex. It's not like you get new weapons. So that one Mavara Vex, it's not like you're just buying different wraps, different skins for your rifle. So like, you get that outfit for Scora or a different rifle, and it doesn't do anything different. It's just a different skin. Again, it's a very simplistic game, but again, if you're just looking for 5 minutes of fun, 10 minutes of fun, 15 minutes of fun, it's a perfectly fun game to play. And for me, it gives me a dose of Star Wars every day. It lets me just log in and have some fun. And I wish I had a way I'd play around right now and show you guys. But I don't. I'm an old man and haven't learned that technology. I guess that would probably be a Twitch or something, right? Maybe I could do it that way. I'll have to think about see if I can set that up sometime, so that if we ever have another one of these Metemucil episodes, I can actually play around so you guys can see. Because don't people watch like that on Twitch, right? That's one of the famous things about Twitch, I think. People watching other people play video games. I could start a whole new thing. Maybe I'll start a whole new YouTube channel. or a Twitch channel where I'm playing hunters all the time. No, I probably won't. All right, so J3DI Jedi. He looks cool. This is the rebel outfit that I unlocked for him. He's a droid that thinks he's a Jedi. I do love this outfit, so I've left it on him because it looks like it's like an X-wing suit, which is kind of fun. He's only got a couple of attacks. His whirlwind attack, which is his power up, is pretty cool, but he's just okay. Reeve, though, she's a Sith. She's the Sith in this game. She's pretty dope. She's got some cool attacks. When you level her up, she's pretty strong. Utini. So anybody that knows me, that's ever heard my personal phone go off when I get a text message from my kids, that's what it screams. Utini. And so they it's a pair of okay. So the one part of Kenobi that I could not stand was Leia hiding in the jacket, the oversized jacket with Kenobi to get out of the Inquisitor Emporium. I don't remember what it's called. The Inquisitor IKEA. To get out of that, the whole big giant. Sorry, that just no. The whole Scooby-Doo hide in the coat thing just did not play well for me. I did not take to this character as fast. But as I'm leveling him up, man, can he do damage? And one cool thing that I did not realize at first, but on the back of the different outfits is a droid or a part of a droid. And the first season, I missed out on getting him with the gonk on his back, and I'm really regretting that because I would love to have that. But this is the this season's skin that I unlocked. You know, it looks like the coat from Hoth. He does some decent damage though, so I'm working my way up. I'm only on 16 with him. Sprocket. So little did we know when Brown 7 joined the crew a couple years ago when we had Yubcast on, Matt from Yubcast. He is his call sign became Sprocket, and that was years before Hunters came out. So it's kind of funny that we now have a Mon Calamari Sprocket. He is a support character. He's also tough to play. You can see I've only got him up to 17. This is his skin from last season that I unlocked, and I'm leaving it on him because it looks like he's sitting on a Death Star, and his little two droids there look like little TIE fighters, which is pretty cool. Oh, we got some more chat. So I think the yes was in response to the characters playing different roles. Delphi Rangers, Sith breaks canon. I don't think this game is canon, so at all. But again, it's just fun. It's kind of like I kind of look at it as an EU experience, right? And then Key Adamunde disapproves. Is he old enough to disapprove? That's the question, right? He might not officially be old enough to approve of anything, and Delphi Rangers, you might need to clarify in terms of what he doesn't approve of, because I did not see that. Well, that was just 2 minutes ago, so maybe I was talking about either Reeve or the Utini. I don't know. But yeah, Sprocket. So he's got healing abilities too. His power up is basically a cannon. Machine gun cannon. What do they call those? The web, right? The something web, like Gatling gun style thing. So, he's okay. Like I said, I'm working my way up with him. Took me a little get to get used to. Unboxing. Welcome to the show. Amazingly, there's still a show going on. So it is just me tonight. Adelphi Rangers, yes, eWeb, thank you. So unboxing. So that's just me tonight, calling it our Metemucil episode. I didn't want to cancel. I wanted to keep things regular for everybody for a chance to get some dose of Hyperspace Heroes tonight. So we talked about Skeleton Crew a little bit ago. talked about some other things, and we're talking about Star Wars Hunters tonight. This is something that I do that the other guys don't do, so it's a great chance for me to kind of explain the game. It kind of came out and then just kind of fizzled into the background. I think the players that play it are enjoying it. Um, but I can't think it kind of gets overlooked. And again, this is a game that if you're only looking to play, you want to log in, play it on mobile. Don't play it on console because you're not going to do a 40-minute session. Play it on mobile. And when you've got like 10 minutes, you want to play a game, and Miss Skeleton Crew. Dang, yeah. Just what? After this is over, just go back, watch like the first 20 minutes of the episode. I went into the Skeleton Crew updates Twitter account. They've been showing a lot of pictures that Empire Magazine's been dropping today, and of a lot of new shots of the characters. So, just a few more characters, and then we'll get going. So yeah, Sprocket. He's growing on me. I'm getting used to him. I don't mind it. There is a mode called Mix Up Matchup where Mix Up Matchup usually has a story based around it. So last season it was there's a K2SO type character that we'll get to, and Graz were having like this, head to head. They were butting heads, and so you'd go into Mix Up Matchup, and you didn't pick your character. The computer picked your character, but one team was captained by Graz, the Wookiee, and the other was the K2SO character. I will find him here. Where is he? KAOS. That is so he's kind of a melee guy. Well, he's an interesting guy. But anyway, like Graz and him were button heads. So, and then they had like their teams that were backing them, and you would play one of those 4 characters, and it would randomize every time. The hard part about Mix Up Matchup is if you're working on one of those little mini quests where you get extra fame just for certain characters and bonuses and things, you don't get to control who you're playing. But it's also fun for that's how I've leveled up a lot of my characters too. Some of my lower ones that still aren't leveled up very much, but we'll get back to KSO in a minute. Zaina. So she is her background's like a rebel. She's a support character, a healer. And if you look closely, she's also an amputee. She's cut off from the knees down. But she's a good healer, like her, but I ended up liking Skora more because Skora shoots her healing goop or whatever you want to call it to her friends, whereas Zaina drops like a health bomb, and you got to be right next to him. Skora, you can be a lot further out, which is kind of nice and advantageous at times because neither one has a lot of health, but they're running around. Skora is super fast, but the Skora is the Greedo species character that I showed earlier. Wow, I am really bad. How could I call myself a Star Wars fan? Anyway, Zaina's pretty cool. I like her, but in the end, Skora. If I got to take a healer, Skora. So we got a Transdoshan named Char. He's listed as a tank. And he's a little tough to play too, mainly because his main weapon is a shotgun, and it's only got like 2 shots, so you're reloading constantly, and it does scatter damage. So it's unboxing yes, KAOS, yes, chaos. A lot of the names are definitely puns for sure. I don't know if you were on here for I think you were not on when we showed J3DI, the droid that wants to be a Jedi. So there's a lot of characters like that. But where's my Transdoshan? Char. Yeah, so Char. He's cool. He's got a little nice mine that he'll throw down that you can leave, and people hit it, and it can kind of mess them up. His power up is like a fury attack where he just goes crazy and he's deadly. Will definitely mess anybody up for sure. And then back to chaos, KAOS. Yes. Chaos is cool. He was our new character last season when it was Empire themed. His main weapon is a shield that breaks in half, and that's his arms. He doesn't have hands. But the interesting thing is one of his abilities, and this is what you get when you get all the way through the level ups. That's his final weapon that you can get, and absolutely love the Death Star look. But they've got other designs that you can do. A lot of cool different customizations that you can do. That one. But what's cool is when you put his shield up, like when he closes it completely, he has a little gun that pops out of his shoulder. So you can actually do range damage while standing behind your shield, which is very cool. Played a lot of him last season, have not played much of him this season. Mainly because I was trying to level up Pillbush, the new character. But definitely a valuable character, like him. He is a lot of fun, especially and his shield is really good. It's definitely a lot stronger than Sentinel's when he's hiding behind it. And then the final character that we have so far is Slingshot. And yes, that is a droideca that he rides around in. And I've only got him at 18. I have not spent a lot of time playing him. Mainly because of quests and things in the other seasons. But he's a lot of fun. He's basically he rolls around as a wheel. He also has the droideca shield, which is kind of cool, that he can hide behind, but his mobility suffers. But he can also get around the arena pretty fast when he doesn't have it up. And his power-up attack is like a bouncing, which is kind of silly, but again, this game is meant to be fun. It's supposed to be fun, and again, so that's Star Wars Hunters, and in a nutshell, basically. And I wish there was like a demo mode. Actually, there might be. So, and they've been a recent, like I said, dropping a new arena. But this is the perspective when you're playing. So you're just heading around, and playing this in reverse is not the easy. It auto fires when that little the retinal gets on things, you can see. And then like with Amara, you can so let's see if I can do this. She does even more damage when she's zoomed in. And then she's got this rocket. If you hold the button, it takes longer and it's a more powerful attack. She's also got this grappling hook, which is kind of cool to traverse the track. So that's kind of really quickly what it looks like. And I'll show you Chaos real quick. So when I was saying he closes his shield, he's got this little gun that he hides behind, or that pokes out from underneath, which is kind of cool. It's a lot of fun. You can kind of see how big Graz is. Of course, they take damage. You can see him hitting with those. Sorry, trying to play this in reverse is not the easiest thing to do. So, and you can see him just going to town on that. Sentinel, which is see if I can get him to back up a little bit. So he could pop up that shield and then shoot behind it. So it's a lot of fun. Anyway, so that's Star Wars Hunters, and hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. No, they did not pay me, but just it's a lot of fun. What else can I say? Boy, I did not know this was going to be Star Wars video game night. What are you guys playing any games? What do you play? What do you like about it? Um, and uh, Star Wars Heroes of Galaxy, I'm on that as well as Brown Leader. That is more of a 5-on-5, 5-on-6 fighting. You have to level up all your characters, uh, you know, and it takes a long time. And of course, you can pay real money to accelerate, which I do not like doing on this game. I've been playing this. This is a slow burn. So once you get past, like, I don't know, level 30 or something, it slows down to where I log in once a day, do my 20 minutes, and I'm out for the day. Just, yeah. Slowly building. So that's definitely a slow burn. Unboxing is I play solitaire. Yes. Yes. I actually have not played that in a long time. Um, Funny enough. And yeah. Well, we are coming up on 50 minutes, and I appreciate everybody logging in and watching just me tonight. I hope I wasn't too boring. And we've got a few minutes left. So if you want to, there's still time in the chat. If you want to throw a question out, AMA, ask me anything. It's all good. But I'll probably wind up here, winding things up pretty soon. Like I said, we have not done. I didn't know if I was going to do a Star Wars collection corner segment tonight, but again, I wanted to show Scruffy and DB. You've got something in here. Cover up that logo. And you'll have to come to your offices tomorrow to find out what it is. But since I know they're not watching, I got them most of the stuff, but I got myself one thing. And because it is the spirit of Halloween, and there's an account on Facebook and Instagram that you should follow if you're a collector, and that is Star Wars Toy Hunter. He is a Daniel. We've had him on the show, and he's always posting. He's always posting to the deals, things that he finds out. It's kind of like a yak face in a way, in terms of trying to post all those deals and stuff. But the Disney store had this on sale the other day for like $8. I want to say $8 or $9, and I definitely snagged one of those for me. I'm not big of an action figure guy, but being the spirit, R5 Zom, right? Love that. But being in the spirit of Halloween, definitely wanted to pick that up, and that was quite the deal. One of the Droid Factory droids in there. So, ordered some other stuff for the guys, and they're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So Delphi Rangers threw in a question. Do you think they should use AI to remake the Rebels series that looks like live action? Wow, I said I was trying to wrap up the show. Did you want a 20-minute dissertation? Just kidding. Do you think they should use AI to remake the Rebels series that looks like live action? No. An unboxing too, not really leave the Rebels show alone. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going at this. So unpopular opinion with some people, I was really, really skeptical when they said they were going to take Ahsoka from animation to live action. And reason for that is I don't think there's, for those of you that watch animation, Ahsoka's fighting style kind of defies the laws of physics a little bit, right? But they're Jedi, they can do that. But her fighting style, very acrobatic, and don't get me wrong, I love what's her name, who they have playing her, Rosario Dawson. But I was like, how are you going to mimic Ahsoka's animated fighting style in live action? They're going to have to go heavy CGI, which then is, you can only do so much with wires and practical. I thought what they did in the Mando episode that she first appeared in, with basically camera trickery and angles and shots and stuff, was very, very good. I liked it. Sometimes less is more. Those of you that are my age, can, from a filmmaking standpoint, remember that, those movies that you don't have to show you everything, right? Sometimes less is more in filmmaking. And sorry, I sound stuffed up all of a sudden. But I don't think I don't think they should. I think Rebels is fine. I think Rebels is great the way it is. Um, I think what they're doing with Ahsoka is not bad in terms of having the characters later on in life. But why remake Rebels? That would be like it'd be like, in my opinion, remaking Back to the Future. I don't think we need to, folks. I think there's some things you could just leave alone. And as for AI, give the performers their jobs. AI. The only thing that AI should be used for in performance is I need somebody to write an AI version of, or I need somebody to have AI rewrite It's Raining Men to It's Raining Scruffy. Hallelujah. And if you could do that, that's an effective use of AI, in my opinion. But to remake Rebels, no, I think Rebels is fine. And I don't think you need to bring everything to live action. Ahsoka, I'm enjoying Ahsoka, and was really super impressed with what they did with the Ghost in Ahsoka. Love the detail. Also loved Hu Yang. They did some things right, for sure. But there were definitely some things that were a little awkward. So let's go back to Ahsoka, right? And this is a great translation from animation to live action. Granted, this is with actual performers, and I think in your question there, Delphi, you're talking about having AI do it all. Basically, it's a AI CGI look like live action, is what I'm assuming your question is really getting to. But yeah. Now that's got me going down another thought trail. Because the scene I was going to mention was in Ahsoka, when Ahsoka and Sabine are going to the planet with the Stargate Temple thing, and they do the one space scene where she gets in the spacesuit and does the flip from one wing to the other. You could tell that was very old school practical style effects, and did not look the best in in live action. Now, with AI, could you make it look like could AI do it? Probably. Could it resolve that issue I had with Ahsoka in terms of recreating her fighting style and making it look live action? Probably could. It probably could. The technology's getting there. Do we want it to, though? No. Pay the actors. Because without the actors, who are we going to go visit at cons? Whose autograph are we going to go get at a con? Let me pull this out. Excuse me. I'm not going to get that at a con, meeting Bo-Katan and Starbuck. I'm not going to get to meet Carson Teva at a con if AI is doing it, right? I'm not going to get to meet Chris Bartlett and at a con if AI is doing it. And that's definitely where AI could take over, right? The droids. Chris Parsons, who played Forlom, could not get him, meet him face to face. Super nice guy. We're actually working on getting him on the show. So we talked to him at ICCC, and he is podcasts were new to him. He had a great experience. Go to our live tab and you can see the interview that Anthony from Force Ghost Conversations and I did with the two Chris's. But Chris Parsons, super nice guy, and was very intrigued by the concept of podcasts. And we're going to work with him to see about getting him on the show at some point. But did you also know that Chris Parsons, that is not Anthony Daniels. That was Chris Parsons filling in all the chair scenes. And I wouldn't have gotten to meet him. I would not have gotten to interview him. I wouldn't have learned that it was not Anthony Daniels, but Chris Parsons sitting in the chair. There are such great stories about that you get to meet with flesh and blood people. So pay the production crews, pay the actors, pay the voice actors. Do not, no AI for voice actors as well. Steve Blum, Vanessa Marshall, all of them, they deserve their pay. And boy, I didn't know this was going to end up a soapbox, but because they can bring life to things as well. There's a great story of Taylor Gray, who is the original voice of Ezra. When they brought him in, he actually knew very little about Star Wars. And Filoni told him, I don't want you reading anything. I don't want you learning anything. So, because Ezra's character doesn't really know much about things, and he's learning from Kanan. He's learning from Hera. He's learning from his new family. And I think Taylor Gray's voice work accurately reflected that. Could AI do it? I don't know. Maybe eventually. Are we there now? I don't know. I'm not an AI specialist, so I'm not 100% sure. Maybe we get to it. But again, should we? No. Because then who do we go see at cons? We just go sit at a terminal, have a computer print an autograph? No, thank you. Nope. I'm good. But great question. Wow, you just extended the show 15 minutes. Great job, Adelphi Rangers. Jeremiah Long talking back on the video game question. I keep debating picking up Star Wars Outlaws. Probably shouldn't, but Scruffy keeps egging me on. Yeah, that's what we're good for, right? Right, Maya? I said it. I think I said it last episode or the episode before. We are big enablers when it comes to Star Wars, as all of this is showing, because I was not a collector before hanging out with these guys. Granted, my team and friends would get me stuff because they didn't really know what else to get me, and I appreciate everything, especially all the ones that were given to me as gifts. But one last thing on the AI, I would not have this banner signed with all of these up here. So up at the top on the camera there is Wedge, Gold Leader, and Biggs. Biggs is right there. 2 Red Squadron and Gold Leader in real life. AI can't replicate that. That experience that I had interviewing them at ICCC, the 3 of them, you couldn't match that. To me as a fan, that right there was, and like getting to interview Billy D. Williams was just mind-numbing. It was awesome. Anyway, I got to get off this AI topic. You guys got me. Otherwise, I'll be on this for another 10 minutes. So, Maya on Outlaws, I think it's definitely one of those games that you got to sit down and you're committed to playing for a while, like Fallen Order, stuff like that. I wouldn't be able to do it. Would I like to? Heck yeah. Would I like to play an Outlaw? But no. Let's see what else. Maya. Plus, if we use AI for everything, how long until everything that just evolves into everything just being basically the same couple of stories with minor variations? Right. Creativity. We still have to tell AI what to do. So there's a human that has to instill the creative component, the parameters. I think, again, I'm not an AI expert, but Maya's got a point, which is computers will process, refine, right? It's all about gaining efficiencies typically in software. And in the end, there are, where did I read? Long time ago. Remember in school, they taught us, if you got into a in-depth literature class, I think, what was it? And correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but there's like basically 6 types of stories. Is it 6? Only 6, something like that. So in the root, there is only a few styles of stories, and then it's human creativity. Star Wars is the hero's journey, right? It's been told in other formats, but what Lucas did with the archetype of the hero's journey was create a modern day mythology for us, right? And it was that human creativity that expanded it. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at the clock. You're gonna don't keep me going on this. Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah. So AI, no. Bad AI. So unboxing. Maybe AI could create a new type of story. Maybe. 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 Or it could misinterpret and create absolute garbage too. But humans have been telling stories for how many thousands of years? So if it could, I'd be super impressed for sure. I'm not saying AI can't be used for anything. Again, if anybody has access to an AI tool and wants to do a It's Raining Scruffy parody, we'd be all for that. So, all right, gang, I appreciate it. We've been over an hour now. I didn't think this would last 25 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed the Hunter segment. I did not expect to do that. If you missed the Skeleton Crew part, we're just kind of rambling, looking through Star Wars, was it Skeleton Crew update account on Twix, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I think with that, I appreciate everybody that jumped in the chat tonight. Really do. Hope you had a good time. I think I'm supposed to say the thing like click, subscribe, follow, blah, 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 blah. Do that stuff. And unboxing. Have a good night, sir. Yeah. Do all those things. Follow us. I've got a banner just for that I created tonight. You can find us on X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, even Blue Sky, or you can email us at brownsquadron@gmail.com. If do you guys want a Star Wars dad joke of the week? I usually do it just to annoy Scruffy, but I could do it tonight if you guys want to. Somebody throw a positive comment in the comments real quick before I sign off, and I'll do one. But the X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, or you can email us directly at brownsquadron@gmail.com. You can also, if you're not sure where to find us, we have it's like a link tree. Beacons is kind of the new thing. We have it's beacons.ai at Brown Squadron or just Brown /Brown Squadron. Sorry. And you can find all of our links to all of our socials, except I don't think I have Blue Sky on there. You can find all of our links there for our YouTube channels, everything. So definitely, if you're not sure where to go, just go to beacons.ai /Brown Squadron. And Delphi Rangers said, do it. And Unboxing said, save them for Scruffy. Oh, 1-1. We're tied. All right. Anybody else? Yes or no? Now's your chance to vote. And if I get one more positive, I'll do it. If I get one more negative, I will do it. So let's break this tie if we can, before I sign off. So, yeah, other than that, and I also did, turn this comment off, 6 new outros, video outros. And we're going to play one of them tonight. We're going to play a special one. Because Scruffy is not here, and yes, he is aware of it. But I cut these together just the other day, based on stuff or pictures from ICCC. So you know what? If anybody wants to take a chance to vote, I'll play one or two of these outros. I'll save the one for the actual end of the show. They're only about 15 seconds long, so let me play one or two of them so you can kind of get a feel for what they are. So let's do Celeb Outro 1.
Was it good for you?
And so that was one of them. We'll do, here is with the New Hope pilots that I was just talking about.
Was it good for you?
All right. So, okay. So that was a couple of the outros, and that's really going to mess me up when I do the audio version of this because be like, why is it not ending? So, no more votes came in. That's fine. You know what? We'll leave it at a tie. And with that, I think we'll save it for Scruffy. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me for over an hour. I really, truly appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in the chat. And I hope everybody has a good night. And so this is Brown Leader signing off. And you have been watching Hyperspace and listening to Hyperspace Heroes.